Hey guys, how you doing? Welcome to another episode on the YAM. We're doing another bag review today from the guys at Keep Pursuing. This is the KP VACANZA. Let's get into it. Let's cue that intro. So like I said, we are doing another bag review today. I've done this brand before, quite a couple of years ago. It's a company called KP, or known as Keep Pursuing. They're known for like their 0G backpack and their KP Duffel bag, which has got a really cool design. But today, KP actually were kind enough to send me this Vacanza to try out for a little while. So I've been using this every day for a couple of weeks now. And I'm here to basically tell you my experiences with it, pros and cons, etc. And just basically some features and benefits of that bag. So what's going to happen today, we're going to do a quick little overview of the bag first, of the pockets, compartments, straps, whatever, and then we'll get into the kind of like nooks and crannies of it all, and then I'll tell you about what works, what doesn't work for me personally, and what I use it for, etc, etc. Cool. Keep in mind, this bag is essentially a backpack and duffel bag merged into one, so it's quite big. So it's definitely not going to be one of those bags that you use to go down to the shops and go out with the family or sort of thing. I mean, you could do, don't get me wrong, it does work, but it's more of that long haul type carry and having that bigger cargo. So if you're like going away for the weekend, or you are taking the missus out for a night out or something like that, and you want to carry everything in one bag, this is great. Some cool compartments and things like that, so we'll get into that now. So KP essentially always use this fabric called PU leather, so polyurethane leather, so it's essentially full leather, so it's kind of like fake leather in a way, but it is quite durable. It's weather resistant, and it's kind of like scratch proof, or it is scratch proof, so which is really nice. That's what was big about these bags from this company called KP, because that fabric is quite nice and it looks very premium, as you can see as well. It just looks, their bag designs have always been pretty like sleek, very modern, and kind of urban in a way as well, but it's kind of really nice. We like that. So, front or back of the bag, as you might call the backpack, in this backpack form we're now doing, there's not much there. You've got the Vacanza or the KP logo on the bottom on the left there as well. From the front, there is two small side pockets there. This is this side and that side there. They've got my whole hand fits in there actually. So it's enough to put in like a smartphone, keys, credit cards or passports and things like that for when you are traveling around. It's on both sides, which is actually quite nice. At first when I got it, I thought it was only on the one side, so I was like, oh, that's a little bit annoying, but it is on both, which is great. So that's the real main compartment there. That's all that's there on the front there. If we move to one of the other sides, we have got the duffel bag mode strap there. We also have this, we also have this side access, which is actually the main access compartment for when it's in duffel mode. When it opens up, we'll get into this in a bit, because there's a big blanket in there to create space, so I hate to puff up the bag at the moment. There's actually a little pocket there, which we'll get into in a second. Other side, no compartments or anything like that, just a little fabricated nylon like loop. What is that for? KP have advertised it as being able to like clip on some carabiners there to like hook a water bottle or anything else, any other random external attachments you might want to put on there. I've been using this with like a regular carabiner that I use for all my bags. One of those things you can like clip-on thongs or clip-on flip-flops, that is, in Australia. You know, it's not like a G-banger. You know, things like that, or a hat, or other random accessories that you can just kind of clip on. I always have a carabiner there. That's what I've got that attached to. And then going to the back of the bag, we have got the backpack shoulder straps. We've got these really nice, tough, molded foam back panel there. And it's kind of like elevated from the bag. So it's kind of nice, it actually still does create some nice airflow and ventilation there. So it's not going to be like those pneumatic travel duffel backpacks, which is just a flat back. So it's comfortable as it may be, it doesn't actually create great ventilation. It actually does get sweaty on the back. Got the Vacanza logo there. This zipper is designed specifically for one thing. Sure, you can put stuff in there if you really wanted to. It is designed so that these shoulder straps clip off and they tuck right into there. And then that is how you tuck this guy in. Oh my goodness. Ooh. Just like that, and it goes into your now duffel bag mode, so you're ready to go. So tucks the shoulder straps away. The back of it. Going back to the backpack shoulder straps. The back looks really nice and cool. It's got this really cool silver lining. It is this like molded pad. Very comfortable actually on the shoulders. You've also got an adjusting sternum strap, just where you want to distribute that weight from the chest. There's this really cool like like this silicone type textured little band thing there. It's a patent designed by KP. It's like a more suspension type thing. So kind of like as you're going uphill, for example, and your bag is moving a little bit, this kind of thing moves with that, the movement of the bag. So it doesn't actually, it just kind of distributes the weight a little bit. That's how it's designed. It is kind of nice. It does its job. I have seen it in action, but that's what that's there for. It's kind of like a trademark for them now as well. Now, this little top handle thing up here, it's got the Keep Pursuing logo on there. This is probably one of my favorite things, because when you've got the bag sit down on the ground, pick up the bag, sure, you can pick up the shoulder strap. Something about being able to grab the top handle and sling it over your shoulder, kind of nice. Like, especially when you're just going for a short distance there, A to B, pick it up, swing it over your shoulder, pretty manly, and yeah, it just feels nice too. It just feels good to do. It's like carrying a big load over your shoulder, like, yeah, moving on. So, at that back, sides, bottom, everything. Oh, bottom, we haven't done the bottom. So, bottom of the bag, you've just got the regular polyurethane fabric there as well. You've got these small, like padded, again, polyurethane leather bars there, which basically becomes the foot of the bag. That's kind of there to kind of, I guess, protect from abrasion. The PE leather is kind of abrasion resistant a little bit anyway, but it's kind of nice. Top of the bag, this is kind of fun. So, I've never been a fan of the rolled top bags and things like that. This is not a rolled top, but it looked like it at first. Now there's a cool little clip system here. So how this works is you don't press anything or whatever. You pull that thing off and it just slides into place. It's like a magnet. So it just clips back on, nice and easy to do. Slide it open, and then from there, zip this guy open, and then you are then accessing the main big compartment. So this is a top loading drop bag, I guess. So because it's a very deep bag, when you set this down on the ground and you're loading or unloading things, you have so much access to everything. You see everything inside. It's kind of nice. It's a lot of space. So like I said, this is definitely a bag for people that are going to be going away for the weekend, going on a short trip, or things like that. Definitely not for like your everyday commute to work, which is what I was using it for as well, just to test it out. I went away for a couple of days the other day to kind of carry all our family stuff in there as well. That did the trick. That was fantastic. I've got a few other trips coming up, which we'll probably definitely be using this guy for. Carrying like small things here and there, probably a massive waste of space, I would say. So just keep that in mind. So if it's something that you're going to be looking to purchase for like small, like short weekend getaways or what have you, and you're going to be carrying a few changes of clothes, shoes, etc., then fantastic bag. So let's get into the nooks and crannies and a little bit more fine details, even for the inside of the bag as well. So just for the sake of space, I'm going to take out this massive blanket that I've got in here. Upon receiving your Vacanza backpack, you're also going to find inside a really cool fabric. I don't know what the fabric is, but it's really nice. A shoe bag. So you want boots, it's a pretty big one as well. So I could even fit like a couple of 2 or 3 pairs of like those thin Vans or whatever, those like even small sneakers, maybe 2 pairs of like those high tops, and 1 pair of boot, like big chunky boots, I'd say. So that comes with that. It's kind of nice. It looks pretty tough and durable, so that's pretty awesome. Going into, let's see, the main compartment. So going into the main compartment here, I'm gonna get a close up in a second as well. What you are going to be greeted with is a massive laptop compartment that sits towards the back of your back. That sits up against your back, I should say. So they say it fits up to like a 16 point something inch laptop. So there's really big ones as well. It's pretty big there. No specific like tablet compartment, so you might have to just stuff it in there as well, which is it's not too bad though, don't complain. On the inside, you're gonna get, as you look down into this pocket, you are going to get one zippered pocket on the right hand side. From your end, it's gonna be the right hand side there. You're gonna see these other mesh pockets on the other side, but they're more to be accessed easier from when this backpack is in its duffel mode. So we'll get to that in just a minute. But otherwise, from the top there's not much else to kind of look at. It is literally just that. Okay, so you've got a laptop compartment to access there, and you've got one small pocket there that's small, like it's enough to fit my whole hand in there. So smartphones, travel wallets, passports, etc. That's gonna fit just nicely there. And then the cool thing is, what I love about this is you don't need to worry about the rolling thing. It's just zip, and then you fold this guy, and it's already so like well designed, so it just all kind of almost naturally just folds into place, and it just clips on, and then that's it, secure as hell. And I guess, you know, this is weather resistant as well, so all the zippers are like properly water sealed. So if you're caught out in the rain, then you really don't need to worry about much. This is really nice. So let's go into the duffel bag mode here. I'm going to tuck these straps away so you can see this as well. So, into duffel bag mode, and then we open the main compartment from the right hand side of the bag, which is the only access point for the duffel. As you open it, you are going to be greeted with a zippered pocket here. No extra organization in there, it's just an open sleeve, so even if you have a smartphone like this is an iPhone 8 Plus, that can fit right in there as well, and it just zips open. I fit my travel wallet in there with all my boarding pass and stuff, so that's fine. And also, it's enough space to put in like, pencils, passports, phones, charging cables, that kind of stuff. If you're one of those techie people like I am with a lot of chargers and things like that, and cables and other dongles and what have you, there's not much organization type stuff for all those different things. So I'm one individual that likes to have quite specifics with cables and dongles and things like that with all my tech gear and all the camera gear that I carry around usually, but this is more for like your, like I said, where you can get away, that kind of stuff, and overhauling with like lots of clothes mostly. So there's a couple of organization which we'll cover in just a second as well. From the duffel bag mode, we've just covered this little pocket there. On the inside, you are going to see and you'll probably get a close up now, you're going to get a 2-part mesh compartment system there. It is only one zipper to access all of this, which is a little bit annoying. I kind of wish that they made 2 separate zippers to separate each mesh pocket, considering they divided the mesh pocket into 2 with this just one bit of stitching in the middle. Now another thing as well, while in the duffel mode, you still have access to that far pocket on this side of the bag, which you access from the top. If you're the person that's going to be using the duffel bag more, I like to consider that pocket as like one of those secret compartment type things where you can like stash your passport and things like that. So it always stays at the bottom of the bag, if you know what I mean. So it always stays down there. So if you are always going to be in duffel mode, then that pocket at the very bottom is going to be like a cheeky little pocket that you can stash some small stuff away. That'd be kind of cool. But it is a big bag, and you can chuck your shoes in there, boom, and then you can just shove everything in. And you can have access points from, so you've got 2 main access points. You've got the side access for duffel mode, then you've got the top access for backpack mode. But a very spacious bag. Now, it is quite an obnoxious bag as well. So someone like me who was trying to test this out mostly on the day-to-day, and me not being the most like biggest guy ever either, I'm quite a slender build. Put this on my back and I'll show you what I mean. I'm sure you've seen some B-roll of me with the backpack on anyway, but to give you an idea, I'll stay seated so I'll stay in the frame. I'm 5'9", If I chuck this on my backpack, on my bag, sorry, that's what it looks like. So when I'm walking around town, pretty chunky. And the more weight that I put, more stuff that I put in the bag, obviously it does get heavier. Now the weight distribution of this thing is pretty good. With that said, what I would like to see improvements on with this bag is, so essentially, where this molded pad here finishes, because of the way, I don't know, I'm not a massive engineer with bag design, but because of the way it's actually molded, like stitched onto this, it's created a little bit of a lip in here, right? So it creates a little bit of a concave shape. What that means is, and because of the actual bottom structure of the backpack is quite sturdy, it constantly stays that square shape, so you always can sit it down. Because of that, there's a little lip here. Now that lip also causes this bottom frame to kind of dig into your lower back, right? And I've got this tightened to its most tightest setting, which kind of digs into my lower back personally. So to other users out there, it might have a different experience, but from what I've noticed, this little pad, as comfortable as it is, it forms that little lip at the bottom and it kind of creates that little concave shape at the bottom there, which is not the most ideal in some backpacks if you want comfort, if you're carrying this for a longer period of time. I mean, you're not going to be using this for hiking anyway, so that's no biggie, but if caught in a situation where you are kind of walking around on this with this on your back for a little bit longer, it can get a little bit uncomfortable, but that's another thing. Keep Pursuing as a brand, they're very modern and very sleek and it looks good. I love the look of this bag, don't get me wrong, it's pretty sexy. One thing I'd like to see is if there's a way, is after tucking the backpack straps in, or the shoulder straps in, this is just me maybe, but I'm not a fan of how this thing still sticks around and how you can't actually close the zipper to hide the shoulder straps, right? If you're gonna have like a nice sleek design, I like to have it very sleek all around in any form. So if there's a way to tuck this in and then kind of cover that strap as well, so it just looks like a duffel, that'd be kind of cool. An area in terms of its duffel mode that KP did fantastically is making the duffel mode this way, or like elongated, not like this, like some other some other duffel bag companies that do the same kind of concept. The Nomadic, for example, their shoulder strap, the excess strap that you have on the shoulder strap turns into the duffel handle, which is funky, but when you're carrying that, because it's such a wider real estate, it's awkward to carry. You have to carry it almost out of you. But having a thinner profile like this, it's easier to carry with you, it's easier to set down, it's easier to you don't have to work your shoulder muscles a little bit more to carry it out, it's not so awkward. And if you do have a heavy load, you're not carrying it out there and you're straining yourself, it's a little bit more thinner, it stays close to your body and it's easier to kind of maneuver with. So I like that, I think that's what they really nailed it on. I guess, I don't know, like if there's an option to kind of have a shoulder strap for the duffel mode as well, so I know there's a vast majority of people out there that like to really do the one shoulder strap thing with the duffel bags, but that's one of the things I like to see an improvement on. But otherwise, I mean, any other hiccup I have about this in terms of areas of opportunities there is more things like just smaller organizational system. You know, I feel like this thing here, the little carabiner loop, I get it, but I feel like there's a few more things they could have done with this side of the bag. Not too sure what example, maybe there is a little bit more. I wouldn't mind seeing like a larger quick access pocket, like the KP duffel bag that the same brand made. They have this really cool smartphone pocket on the side. And it's the most functional pocket that I ever used in it. Just to put phones in, or on the other side to put keys in or whatever. It's just a great quick access pocket. You know, it doesn't have to be the most secure, it's just something to quickly access. These pockets here are great for that as well. I'm out and about, I mean, quick access pockets could be, if we can find a way to locate something on the back here, if we can make a zippered compartment there, and then you can actually, while you're sitting down, and then you've got the backpack in backpack mode especially, and you want to put your phone away, a travel wallet or something away, being able to quickly open the zipper at the top of the bag and put it in, rather than having to constantly rotate the bag, put it in from the top, or even try and reach down further to access that side pocket to put your smartphone away or whatever. It just makes it extra hassle. First world problem, but it's just those small things like that that make efficiency in a traveler or a commuter bit more efficient, a bit more kind of, I guess, user-friendly in a way, so to speak. So those are the kind of things I like to see. Otherwise, their zipper quality is great. It's not YKK zippers or anything, but it's still pretty silky smooth. It's got the weather sealant on all the zippers, which is kind of nice. But otherwise, yeah, I think that's kind of enough. Really funky with what Keep Pursuing have done with this bag. It's very unique. I've had a lot of compliments on it. I've had a lot of comments about how big it is. Them knowing that I'm doing a review for it, it makes like they understand. But other than that, a lot of my colleagues at work and friends and family being like, that's a sexy little bag. I'm like, yeah, it's pretty cool, pretty cool. I like it. It's definitely an eye catcher for sure, but definitely some areas to kind of work on maybe, but it's just only a minor thing, nothing detrimental. Yeah, otherwise all around, it's a very versatile bag in a way. It's very functional to do what you needed to do. So if you are going to be using this bag for its primary function to, you know, like I said, weekend getaways and small trips here and there, and you're going to be carrying like a few change of clothes and other accessories and other gadgets you might have, this is fantastic. It's a great bag, and you're getting some pretty damn good quality out of it too. Definitely worth a look. Link for this bag and the company is going to be in the description below. If you have any other experiences with it that I haven't covered, or if you have any questions about the bag, please feel free to comment below. I'm quite okay and pretty good with replying to comments pretty quickly. I'm more than happy to create new videos for people to cover certain questions if they have any. So yeah, please do. And as always, please like, comment and subscribe. Please help me with the relaunching of my channel from a few months back now. I'm trying to get to the next stage in my YouTube life, you know, with the whole bag reviews things, and also starting a new segment with my family side. But yeah, would totally appreciate your support. I'd be very grateful. So you know, share the video, share the channel if you can. Any feedback that you might have, please let me know. I'm always open to it. We're quite limited here in our small little apartment that we have, but got to make do with what you got. But yeah, this has been a quick review of the KP VACANZA Backpack / Duffel. Great bag, love it. Thanks for tuning in. We'll catch you on the next side.